Welcome back, Fun Story Fairground, and lovely story about the 9 cats, and this time they go to the seaside. Do you enjoy going to the seaside? Do you like splashing in the waves? Do you play in the sand? Shall we start? Once upon a time, the 9 cats, Poppy, Molly, Daisy, Millie, Milo, Monty, Charlott, Stella and Tiger all decided that they were heading to the beach. They were very excited and brought along some toys between them to play with. Monty and Milo carried their big boat for everyone to sail on the water. Molly carried some snacks for everyone in her backpack. Millie had some towels in her little wheeled trolley. The towels would come in handy if they got wet at the beach. Tiger brought a bucket and spade. They were all looking forward to a lovely day. Tiger was singing songs and cheering all the way to the beach. It was his favourite place to go. Stella wanted to sit down and have a snack on the way. Being easily persuaded, they all agreed to this wonderful idea. They walked to the biggest bench they could find and began to tuck in. Tiger and Stella played a game of count the colours of the cars passing by. Have you ever played that game? And you can see in the picture they're counting blue, green. A short while later, Poppy said, "Come on everyone, it's time to start going again, or we'll never get to the beach, and we need to keep some food for later too." Everyone agreed and picked up their things and started walking again. A little while later, they arrived at the beach, which looked so lovely and the sea was so blue. Tiger ran down ahead of everyone else and got his bucket and spade out. "This is going to be the biggest sandcastle ever," he declared. Monty and Milo, whilst going down the steps, accidentally dropped the boat in the water. Milo started to run quickly down the steps, but slid into the water. Thankfully, he was a good, strong swimmer and was able to push the boat back to shore, while Monty helped him pull it up back towards the beach. "Phew!" Milo gasped. "I thought the boat was going to float off there." And he and Monty had a little chuckle. Poppy, Molly, Daisy, Millie, Charlotte and Stella had been busy sorting out the picnic and shouted over, "Be careful, boys." Daisy accidentally dropped her sandwiches, which got covered in sand. This made Daisy go into one of her crying fits. Molly made her feel better by sharing her food with her. Tiger had made a huge sandcastle, and Monty was amazed. He walked over to admire it, but tripped on a bit of wood on the beach and fell into it, crushing it into pieces. Tiger stared and felt devastated. Stella came over and said, "What's wrong with you, Tiger?" Tiger couldn't speak. He was so upset. Monty said sadly, "I've tripped and fallen into his sandcastle and totally spoiled it. I feel so bad." Millie came over with a piece of chocolate for Tiger. "This will cheer you up, won't it, Tiger?" Tiger took the chocolate and said, "Yes, I suppose the sandcastle would only have lasted until the tide came back in any way." A little while later, when Tiger had calmed down, Milo suggested they should take a little trip out on the boat. "Great idea!" exclaimed everyone, apart from Poppy and Molly, who both realised that not everyone could get out on the boat at the same time. "We'll stay here and get the picnic ready for you all coming back," said Poppy. Molly nodded in agreement. "You're right," said Milo. "We'll have our yummy picnic when we get back." And with that, they all launched the boat into the water and jumped in. Can you see them all in the water? They're enjoying the boat ride, aren't they? And what's the name on the boat? 9 Cats. Once they were all in the boat, they saw a little island quite nearby. Charlott begged, "Can we go over there?" Milo nodded, and everyone started to use their arms and paws to steer the boat towards the island. They all thought this was brilliant fun. It would all have been perfect if everybody had been able to work in a good team together, but unfortunately, Millie could not get her arms to work as well as the others, and she started to move them in all directions. This made the boat wobble. It got so bad that Stella fell over the side and clung onto the edge before losing her grip and falling into the water. "Stop rowing," Monty told everyone. "This water is freezing," screamed Stella as the tide started to float her away from the boat. Milo could see this was turning into a dangerous situation, and he jumped into the sea as he was a strong swimmer. Daisy, Millie and Charlott shouted, "What are you doing, Milo?" Milo replied, "I am a strong swimmer and I will swim over and get Stella to hold on to me, and I want you three to help her get back on the boat when I come over." Milo and the girls did exactly that, and Milo pulled himself back onto the boat. "You're a hero, Milo." Everyone gave him 3 cheers. "Hip, hip, hooray!" Stella said, "Can we just head back now, please?" Everyone started to paddle the boat with their arms and paws and told Millie if she didn't mind, could she please not do it. When they eventually got back to the beach, Poppy and Molly were standing with towels to wrap Stella and Milo in. "We felt so helpless and worried watching that from a distance. Thank goodness you're okay." Everyone was standing in a group talking about what had just happened and didn't notice that Tiger had walked off. When they eventually turned round, they saw that he had started doing something very interesting. Milo and Monty realised what it was and ran over to help. Everyone else stood watching what they were doing, and a short while later, the 3 boys stood back and said, "Ta-da!" They had made a sand boat instead of a sand castle. "Come on, everyone, jump in and bring the picnic." Everyone gasped in delight and did just that. Look, they made a sand boat, enough room for everybody. That's very clever, isn't it? They had a lovely time in their boat by the sea, eating their picnic. Stella said, "It's a bit drier in this boat. I think I like it better." "Thank goodness you brought those clean towels, Millie." Everyone laughed. Daisy said, "It's turned out to be a great day after all." An hour or so later, Monty said, "The tide! Look, it's coming in. We better move." So Millie and Charlott started packing everything away. Monty and Milo started carrying the boat up to the grass beside the path. Once they were all off the beach, Tiger looked back. "See, just as I said earlier." He was pointing to where they had been sitting in the sand boat. It wasn't there anymore. It was covered with the sea. The friends all smiled. What a lovely day they'd all had. Tiger suggested they stop on the bench on the way home again to do the count the colour of the cars game for a little while. And that is what they did. And there's a picture which I'm going to show you of Poppy, Charlott, Milo, Molly, Tiger, Daisy, Millie, Stella and Monty. Wasn't that a fun day at the beach? Do you enjoy going? Have you made some wonderful sandcastles? Perhaps you want to share them with me. You can write along to me, Fun Story Fairground, and let me know. That was another lovely book about the 9 cats. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and you can read lots of other books, and there's 2 more. There's Meet the 9 Cats with Nessie and Friends, and the 9 cats even go to the Arctic. So see you again soon at Fun Story Fairground. Bye bye.